Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play series in Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. We are playing the Kingdom of Angmar as the Skull Keeper. He is still strong, not for long though, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Last episode, we were trying to prepare our invasion for Las Galen. Unfortunately, we did not manage to do it in the last episode. We will have to try and do it in this episode. We still have an army group to recruit, and some more units to recruit in the existing army. Um, in between episodes, I've arranged for some more marriages because we now have 246 family members. We are going to extort subjects here. Before I go on, please do leave a comment, subscribe, like my stuff. It would help me to grow my channel. I've mentioned this in the last episode as well, but about 90% of you don't do any of that. Obviously, you're free not to, but if you do enjoy my stuff, I would greatly appreciate you doing that. Now, I've loaded the game and I've noticed a few things. First of all, we are now neighboring Aragorn. In particular, he has a bunch of colonies here. These are not full-fledged settlements. However, that puts us in a bit of a bad situation because if he neighbors us, then he could declare war for the entire kingdom of Angmar with a holy war. So the aim will be to try and take this duchy away from him at some point in the near future, simply so that he can't declare a holy war for the kingdom of Angmar. Because if he neighbors this duchy, then he'll have to declare for this duchy first, and I won't care that much if he loses it. Now, his army isn't as big as ours, but I still think it's better. He does have a holy order as well, and that holy order looks humongous. He's currently defending against Sauron, and he's actually losing at the moment, but we'll see how that goes on. They're fighting over Harondor, basically. Sauron already has Ithilien for some time now. Um, Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what I'm gonna do with the succession thing because currently two kingdoms are supposed to go away, so we might have to disinherit this child as well. To disinherit him, it would cost more, I'm sure. Oh no, it costs less because we haven't landed him. So we need to disinherit him before we land him, and then we can land him safely. Simply so that he won't inherit all of this, because at the moment he is our only heir, other than this prince, which sort of appeared out of nowhere. Other than that, we still have some colonies ongoing. One of them is here, one of them is here. We have one in Traitor's Pit, which actually needs upgrading now. And we have one in Zeleg Mech. So we're gonna fill those gaps in the kingdom, and we're gonna continue to expand in the Duchy of Foriagj and finalize the kingdom of Angmar. And then we're gonna start building what should be the capital. It isn't. Um, We do neighbor the dwarves as well, and that's a problem because their army is quite strong, and we do neighbor Las Galen as well. So we now we're being surrounded by some very potent enemies between Aragorn, the elves, and the dwarves. I know we look big, but I'm feeling uneasy about the whole thing. In terms of military expansion, we need to continue building stuff. We can. Let's throw in a forge there, and we're gonna need to expand some more on that military infrastructure. So let's continue. We're essentially waiting to make money and expand our military. Here's the wave of marriage proposals. There's not even that many actually, because I couldn't arrange that many marriages without unpausing. Right, we do have some money. Let's finalize you, and let's finalize nothing because we cannot finalize you. We're gonna continue to recruit. I'm not quite sure what troops to recruit in the last available spot. Who are you? No, you will abandon this immediately. I'm not quite sure what to recruit because trolls would suffer in the forest. They do have the highest stats though, so we may try with them. We'll see. I cannot yet do the unified orc warbands, which would give us access to better heavy infantry because he's gonna die soon anyway. So we'll wait for him to die before we even try to do unified orc warbands. There goes my child who died. Why? Because he was murdered. Well, at least your inheritance was fine. What were you? My chancellor. Okay. We can use you instead. And he was also my court chronicler. Sort by aptitude, please. My grandson will do. Do we still have... We still have bodyguards. We do not have a cupbearer. My grandson will do. The reason we want this is because it offers a chance to stop poison murders. I don't particularly care about these at the moment. And the rest of them are fine. Do we have a better one than you? We do. We'll go with our son here. He likes us. And he should be slightly better. I'm not sure we need your almoner skills anymore, but we'll leave it in place for now. So let's unpause and let's see, who are you rebelling against? Right, we cannot allow this to continue. Now, last episode I did a thing where I took the territory away from his brother. I wish I would have had the duchy. Just a bit of advice if you're playing orcs. If you hold the duchy, one of the things you could do is you could build your own duchy building and then give it away. The reason being, you'll benefit. Your vassals are not exactly supplying you with knights and specialized men-at-arms. They only give you levies, basically. If we look here, they only supply levies. So if you increase their levies by building them the orc barracks line of buildings, they should have more levies to give you. So, you know, that's probably something you might want to do just to just to get more out of them. This will do. We'll join it the way it is. Just to get more levies out of them, because otherwise you're not really benefiting. It doesn't really help you that he has 9 extra knights. He's never going to bring that to the table. You could do the money ones instead as well, so you would get more money. Traitor spit. Right, this can be finalized, and we can give this to you. It is yours. And now you should not hate us as much as you used to, because we gave you your own stuff. Let's continue to grow this duchy here, so we can control all of it. And we'll finalize the holding here, I think. Yeah. And we're still over our domain limit. I'm not sure what's going on with the domain limit thing. I'm gonna wait for the colonies to go away and then we'll play around with the domain limit. No, we'll not join any grand tournaments, thank you. We did educate the heir's heir. He is married. Hopefully we get some good children out of it. And the wife is pregnant again. Oh my. Who are you? Okay. Yeah, sure. Inspired person can go on an adventure. His skill is legendary. What is your fighting skill? It's actually quite good. 316, sure, go. Maybe you'll bring us something good. Yeah, pay homage. Something truly unique, please. So we know when we're gonna die a year in advance, and we have enough prestige and renown to disinherit at the moment we need it. So we should keep some renown in the bank. We can sell trivial titles though, for sure we can do that. You have been inadequately honored. We shall honor you then. You don't like me very much. Why is that? You want seat on the council, that's why. Where are you? Oh, okay. Uh, Bustling colony in Zelegmech. We're still gonna have to wait a bit for it though. We have some money. Let's throw it in this. So now that group is complete. Uh, you're marrying matrilineally, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Was murdered by War Chief Girishag. Well, at least you had heirs. Loathsome wolves in volcanic plains. No, we don't want progress. We want... So, this sounds tempting to give him more progress, but what you actually want is you want more opportunities to get a higher quality. So we actually don't want progress. We want him to get higher quality. My courtier. Let's see who we can. Yeah, we're gonna drink to him. Let's see who we can marry you with. Uh, you know what? This isn't such a bad idea. Go for it. Elisar was taken prisoner. So it looks like Sauron is winning. Oh my, that's quite the swear there. uh, uh, I hope you're not under the age of 18, whoever you are. I've been trying not to swear, but we have another son. God. Okay. And you lost a daughter, died under mysterious circumstances. Okay. So Aragorn is losing quite handily, apparently. Zarak Doom is where? Here. He is losing quite handily, which is not... It's neither here nor there for us. We don't particularly care. We'll send the men at arms. I don't want to give you a hook. We did lose a position here. The food taster. Let's get another food taster then. Spineless Zealot, sure. We're still getting a number of revolts in here because the religion hasn't been changed yet. We're still in the dragon cults phase. I could tell him to convert faith and him to convert faith. And this guy to convert faith. You want a city. Which one? That one. Yeah. Especially for that money. How is our Holy Order doing? Not great is the answer to that. So let's tell you to convert the faith as well, because we'll need it. And the rest of it, this is starting to be converted, and we still have Framlings. I don't understand why you have not converted the faith. So please do, and please do. I already told you to do that. Please do. Thank you. So now we have troops. Now we have money for troops. So the question becomes, who do we hire? Do we hire more trolls? Or do we hire Gundabat Black Shields? Their stats are quite decent now, simply because we've improved the infrastructure. Unfortunately, the increases are percentual rather than fixed amount, and if you have small stats to begin with, then, you know, 100% of 2 is just 4, so, you know, it's not gonna grow a lot. We could improve some more. We're running out of places to station people, though. If we have a look, these are occupied. This is still available. And the one in Orktown is still available. What level is Orktown? It's level 4. We could get some trolls and station them in Orktown. Although this has some sieging thing as well. Let's try with trolls. Maybe this will pan out for us. We have a lot of money to invest in them though, so we're gonna have to take some time. Only 200, why? Wait a minute, they had higher here. What's increasing you here? So if we were to look, I don't quite understand. 40 and 40. 40 and 40. 40 and 40. What's increasing it here by that much? Is it because you're the capital or something? Or maybe the development? I'm not sure. You found the crown of Ovatha the Great. Unfortunately, we do not have the Yoriag cultural pillar. That is some item you brought me. This ancient gold crown decorated with mithril and tiny dragon scales is a splendid testimony of Variag art at its peak. It is believed to be the last crown of Ovatha VI the Great, who established dominion over Nirn and Chelkar in addition to the traditional Variag domains, and whose rule is remembered in Khand as a golden age blessed by Tumraki. Tumraki probably is Sauron. We wouldn't get the full benefit of this, however, we would still get 0.5 renown out of it. Can we? Ah, it's in the court. Where in the court? Here. We would still get 0.5 renown per month with it, so I'm absolutely equipping that because that's a massive amount. So this lowborn here wants to be my wife. You know what? Let's do it. She's been one of my lovers for I don't even remember how long. Sure, go for it. You want to marry? Yeah, you're good. So did we just lose a bunch of legitimacy? Not quite. We're gonna have yet more children. That's okay though. She is ill. That's okay because he's not gonna live for that much longer anyway. Make it stop. Make it stop indeed. Slave power, Gate of Gundabad. Who is fighting and for what? You're fighting your own brother for the claim of Gundalok. I don't care. Genuinely don't care. Doesn't matter to me which one of them holds it, because they're still part of my dynasty. We still need yet more money. God, they're expensive. We are swaying you. I don't think we need to sway you anymore. That will be fine. No schemes. You know what? I seem to remember we had a bunch of payments we can demand. And at this point, I think I will. So I'm just gonna pause while I clear these hooks. Because that's a lot of money in the waiting. So give me just a moment. Right. So I've only took money from the ones that had plus 50. Because I haven't taken the ones with 15 and lower. Even so, we made quite a bit of money there. So we can increase this a bit more. We still need 3 more, so we need another 1,000 gold to come in. Yeah, send me poems. I'll be sending you something else very, very soon. I'll be sending you my entire army. Um, who are you? You're supposed to be loyal. And another son. Right, so in regards to this, we now have the Empire title, and they're all part of our dynasty. So I think we're gonna give them the East Angmar. We've lost the patronage, but that's okay. So if we look at inheritance now, can we take the decision to be right? We need to stop this now. Yeah, we can take celibacy. So let's take celibacy because we're not achieving anything here. We'll get some stress. However, we will indulge in drink, and we will also lash out. We're not gonna do anything else here. And we gain the celibate, and we can no longer have children at this point. Because it's getting ridiculous, and we're not really getting anything out of having additional sons and anything like that. We're just gonna spend money and money. We're just gonna spend prestige and renown to disinherit them, so it's not really helping us. I should have done this earlier, but whatever. Sure, except you can have a blackmail hook on me. I don't care. It doesn't really help you. He's just an adventurer. Um, Come on with the money. Her every move will be watched. So now we're investigating secrets instead of protecting ourselves. We have new perks. Let's start going towards Scholar. And we have enough money now. Almost. Yeah, that's fine. You killed my daughter. First of all, we'll demand payment. And second of all, we're gonna blackmail you. And now we have enough money. So let's wait for them to finalize. There we go. So, how is this duchy going for you, dude? You're still settling it. How are our own colonies? You should be done by now. Phew, some time ago. I don't have the money for it. Okay. Let's move you here. We'll give it a second just so we can finalize this colony and start another one. So our domain is fine. Right, you. Have we taken money from you? We have. They can stay the way they are. And now I can take yet more money. There we go. Now we can finalize this. And I can give you the delving, because it is yours. We'll give it a second. Come on with the 150. No, I don't want you to fabricate. Okay. So now we have complete control of Foriage, which means we can file this decision as well, which progresses towards unlocking the Unite the Misty Mountain Orcs decision, which at this point feels a bit pointless because the only other orcs in the Misty Mountains are these guys in the south. They're not particularly strong, and we're just gonna steamroll them. But we can take the decision later on. It does give a bit of renown. But we want to finalize the decisions in the rest of the thing before we start progressing, because the Gundabad thing is gonna mess things up for us a little bit. Uh, Right, colonies, colonies, colonies. Above domain limit again. You really need to settle that. How is... Aha, yeah, sure, we can do that. So, who is this? My own son. I should have checked, because there's nothing I can do with this claim. That was money well spent. You can hold 5. You're holding those 2. So let's get rid of you, for sure. So you've cheated with this guy. Have you been messing up my genetics program? Oh yeah, you have. But then again, he has the pox, so I understand why. Right, there is a war here between them two. For what? For the lordship of Ormond, which is technically part of the Grey Mountains. Interesting. So, I think it's time. I think it's time we invade this. Wish me luck. We have 40,000 and they only have close to 6,000. We can summon the Holy Order as well, I'm pretty sure. And we're gonna start sieging probably here. But if they move north, we'll need to intervene immediately because he's just gonna kill my family members basically. So let's see what he does. Is the point I'm trying to make. So we're gonna declare for... No, not Holy War. We're gonna declare for... Was it this one? This one. And that's gonna take away the seat of his power, basically. We're gonna summon the military. You've hired the Holy Order. How many troops do you have? Oh. Okay. Let's siege this quickly and see where he goes. That means Galadriel can summon that as well. Who is leading this army? I'm not sure that's the best choice. We'll see. Yeah, he's going north. Siege that quickly and we need to go. Durshigak. Where is Durshigak? In there. Okay. This is still developing. This... We can upgrade that. Those are our only colonies. Okay, siege that quickly. We need to move. Go, go, go. Ah, there we go. So that's what's going on here. So can we ask her to stop? I never even looked at this. We cannot ask her to stop. We should have exposed it as well. You know what? In prison you go. Right, who held this? This dude. Quickly. Lonely towns built in Marad, Barad, Madrus. Let's upgrade this. Quickly, quickly. Please win. We're barely winning. And keep in mind, we have the advantages. Let's study the corpses. No. Maybe she'll help me. Unsiege this real quick. We do need to lose more stress, actually. Oh, okay, she did help. That snow is so blinding. Right, so we got another perk, and now we can get learn on the job, which is gonna increase our stuff. Learn on the job, that gives us 3, that gives us 4, and the marshal doesn't care, because it doesn't matter, because we no longer lead armies. We can extort subjects, please do. Right, we're not gonna pick a legacy yet. Because we still need to disinherit a couple of kids. You know what, that's okay, he's free to do his own thing. Where is the castle, please? I cannot see. It's there. No. You know what, let's move you to house arrest. We don't need foreign nonsense in my court. Barad Madrus. Right. We're close to winning, actually. I did not even realize it. And there it is. just beat the elves. And that achieved a few things, because uh, we basically ruined their holdings, which is massive. Las Galen's troops have decreased, which is again massive. Elves have fled everywhere. This is now our own culture, however we have hidden elven refugees for the next 50 years. I'm gonna have to take away those holy orders. Where is it? So let's see, that one. And we can consecrate the bloodline, but that would probably kill us. That would give us too much stress. I don't think I want to do that quite yet. Right, that's gotta be one of our own. It is. So other elven territories have a lot of this holy order. This only had a little bit. Now the thing is, we want to keep this. We want to keep this personally. And the reason we want to keep this is because it would give us the Tomb of the Elven King building, which would be massive because it would increase the station monster damage. However, we can't fire this until we conquer a few more duchies, namely that one. So that whole duchy. And this one. That whole duchy. So basically half of Las Galen, as it were. However, now we're in a position to attack either Dale or Durin's folk. I'm not quite sure which one I want to do, but we definitely want to do one of them. I will have to give this to people. I have no intention of holding the minor ones, so you can go to a randomer. And you can go to a randomer. This can go to randomers as well because these are sub-holdings. And they don't need to be held by me personally. Look at all those building slots. That's insane. This is because it was elvish refuge before. So we can build logging outposts instead of the usual stuff because we're in deep forests. Hunting grounds, raiding camps, hunting outposts, uruk, scouting, furnaces, work pits, siege works. So the usual slave pits are replaced by logging outposts, which are nowhere near as productive. And because we have 50 years of elven refugees, the income from all of this is just going to be awful. I think I'm going to give some of these to a couple of dynasty members, but I'm definitely keeping this. We want this so bad, it's unreal how bad we want it. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. Right, so I've decided to start disinheriting the sons because we have quite a few of them. We have 4 sons to disinherit. That's gonna be painful. We're gonna start with him. And we're gonna give him some of this land. Let's give him this. How much land can you hold? 3. I'm not gonna give you enough to create the duchy. I'm gonna give you, I think 2 will be enough for him not to have the duchy. And we're gonna give the other 2 to another son. Maybe not you. Let's arrange a marriage for him with Probably with that first one. That's a lot of options there. Right, let's do something here. Intelligent. Let's sort by age in reverse order. You it is. You two want to marry, that's fine. And you two want to marry, that's fine. We're not gonna fund another holy order. Not quite. Maybe later. We're gonna unpause here. No, you're not gonna fabricate on anyone. Great, so you two are now betrothed. I can disinherit you as well. And we now have less legitimacy than expected, which means we need to raise legitimacy. But at least we solved this issue. We need to hold court to get some legitimacy back. We shall see if there's any truth to this. The girl has been at court. No fear, I shall raise her myself. In Ghoul. You want to start a city in Ghoul. Let's see. Which one is Ghoul? That one. You know what, I accept. That's not gonna be a bad idea. How much is a city? 340. So it gives me a tiny reduction in price. Yeah, that's fine. My business here is done. We've recovered some of that legitimacy. We might consecrate the bloodline, but only after we reduce some stress. I was tempted to attack Erebor. However, what I've noticed is that this is a Delving 7. And I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, he found quartz. I hate the AI so much. This is such a wasted opportunity. Copper, gold, iron, diamond, nothing, amethyst. Yeah, this would have been a prime candidate for either gold or diamonds, actually. But okay. I'm thinking to let Erebor be until this gets upgraded to a delving level 10. I think it would stay as a delving level 10 if we attack it and conquer it at that point. So we're gonna leave them be. However, what I could do is we could attack for our de jure territory, because all of this is part of the overlordship of the Grey Mountains. So we could declare the war here, and we shall. We're gonna seize the de jure duchy here. When did you die? On the 4th of the 9th. Okay, this is a bug. Let me pause, I'm gonna open a ticket. Right, so sorry about that. I just opened a ticket on the Discord for the mod because this is clearly a bug. So, from experience, the King of Dale and the King of Erebor get a scripted alliance. The problem is this character died of old age some 50 years ago. 60 even. Yeah. Um, and he somehow joined into the defense of Erebor, which shouldn't be a thing. Uh, I don't even know if Dale is involved in the conflict. I don't think they are. I think he's joining without any soldiers. Yeah. He has nothing. So this is clearly a bug. Normally Dale should jump in on this conflict. It's not like their military would make much of a difference at this point, but it is what it is. I'm gonna raise the military here. Uh, and we're actually going to send my character here on a feast. Where can we send you for the best feasting experience? Nowhere. You can stay right there in that case. None of this would give anything meaningful. We can keep opinion up and down low. The whole point of this is to lose stress. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna raise our army here, and we're gonna fight the dwarves for these baronies, effectively. That's enough. I'm not gonna wait 8 months for you to raise the rest of them. We will, however, recruit the Holy Order. We will, however, not recruit the Holy Order. Why can we not recruit the Holy Order? Are they already included? No. We're gonna disband these guys. That's weird. Maybe if we unpause? Nope. A strong economy will be fine. So out in the open we can beat them. The thing is, Erebor currently has, if we look at Durin, he took the entire Khazad branch and some of the Master Artificers. But in the Khazad branch he has this Dwarven Might, which gives him advantage in subterranean and heavy infantry damage and toughness advantages. So in the subterranean he should be able to defend better. I'm not sure that would be enough to make a difference, considering how handily we're beating him right now. But I don't want to take Erebor from him yet. I want him to do... great. They're all murdering each other. I want him to develop Erebor to the maximum. Uh, yeah, you two can marry, that's fine. Drain tunnels in Durshigak. Where is that? Here. You can get rid of bandits. We're waiting on development. Settlement. Okay, that's fine. We've seized an artifact. The Durin Romance. Let's read about the Durin Romance. We could use a giggle about how the Durins are romancing each other. Let's see if we can ransom people. Let's hook the rest. What a good evening indeed. We'll save him from choking, apparently. Right, you are under the impression that you can attack me in the forest, and you will not. Yeah, this is where I want to be. There goes the stress problem. And with that it's all done. I wonder who will come. That's fine. This should have given us a bit more legitimacy. We still need more, because we're gonna disinherit another 2 sons. Yeah, maybe we can get a bit more learning here. You can siege up north. Right, so just hook. No, demand conversion then. Hook and hook. No, convert. We can sell trivial titles, and we shall. You want to buy the gold with a hook. I'm not gonna do that. Nope. Yeah, I will not give you a hook on me. Thank you very much. There goes that one. Let's siege this. And I think we can consecrate the bloodline actually. How soon until we can indulge in drink? We already can. Let's do that. And we're gonna indulge in drink and lash out. There we go. That's what we wanted to do. We are now a paragon, but more importantly, the entire bloodline is consecrated, which means zealot vassals are gonna like us more. It's not that big of a deal, but it does help. And we got the delvings. We still need to take the ones here, but we'll get around to that later. For now, we do need to give these 2 away, and wouldn't you know it, we have more sons that need disinheriting. Who can we give? Who can we marry you off to? Not necessarily intelligent and not in the dynasty. Can we get anyone good? Yes, yes we can. And we're gonna give him these 2. We do not get dwarvish refugees though. We still need to capture these and this one from Dale. I am thinking we could attack Dale at this point. And the problem is if we attack Dale and we take this duchy, we're gonna have to give it to someone. And if we give it to someone in our family, the first place the dwarves are gonna siege is gonna be right there, which is a problem. We still have a bit of time. Have you developed this yet? Not quite. You still have some settlements. As soon as those 3 are done, we're gonna take that duchy. However, we do have some money, and I think we're gonna build a city here and another fortification there. So city first. In regards to military infrastructure, let's build that. Let's build that. Whoa, that's expensive. Let's do that one. And I suppose that one. So there goes most of the money. This is about to be done as well. So I guess we're gonna give these 2. Maybe even 3. to our last son, who needs to be disinherited. Namely this one. You know what, you can stop with that and you can start disrupting schemes, because there's quite a few now. And next episode we're probably going to continue to take territory away from Las Galen, and we're probably gonna colonize these two as well. Someone's trying to seduce him. Okay. Who is attacking you? Oh my days. The Gorin dynasty is still around, everyone. I did not expect that. So they're the ones that start in Nordinbad, and he has a claim on the Grey Spine. I did not expect him. Look at this. He has 4,000 soldiers. He has Iron Fist crossbowmen. He has Stonefoot crossbowmen. Longbeard scouts, axemen, Longbeard crossbowmen. That's great siege engines. That's one hell of an army, dude. Really? Yeah, I suppose I will. We can train for a tournament, sure. Don't think it will matter anymore. Yeah, you can marry. So we're gonna take some more out of Las Galen. We're gonna slowly start to take them apart. You're done. We're gonna colonize you now. And we're gonna develop you. So the kingdom of Angmar is almost complete. We're gonna disinherit our last kid here. Let's arrange a marriage. Anyone good? Not particularly. You'll do. And you can have this delving here. And we'll give you some more. You want to develop which one? Dulcicag. This one. You know what, that's fine. Swear fealty. She kept her word. And you can have her as a vassal because she's yours. Yeah. I don't particularly mind that. So now we only have those two. What do you mean two? There's 1, 2, and 3. Game, you don't know how to count, game. We're done with that one, we're done with that one. So we can have another one here. We're gonna start by removing the bears. Boar task finally went away. Who has low durability? No one. Okay. And my grandson can marry. Outside the dynasty, please. You'll do. How are we for time? Yeah, we're gonna cut the episode here. So after we're done colonizing the interior here and taking some bit more of Las Galen, we're gonna start colonizing into Moria, and we're gonna start dealing with the Balrog, because we want to pacify the Balrog and conquer the foundations of stone. We're gonna leave Durin alone, other than this duchy. so that he can continue to develop his stuff. But we're definitely gonna fight Lasgalen. We'll probably fight them. And then we'll have a look at the Bjornings. Because if we take the Bjornings and Lasgalen out of the equation, we could potentially fight Lothlorien. And if we manage to reduce Lothlorien, then we're in a good position. We might actually start with Elrond first, because he is allied with Galadriel, and he has some very powerful troops, but he doesn't have a lot of territory. And we do have the decision to desecrate Imladris as well. So we could do that and then start taking control of the rest of the Vale. Anyway, leave a comment, throw me a like, throw a subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.